Okay, we're going to work on writing conditional statements in this example. So what is a conditional statement? Here's our definition for your notes. An if-then a conditional statement is an if-then statement that relates a hypothesis, the part that follows if, to a conclusion, the part that follows then. So hit pause, write that in, and then we'll keep going. We write this if-then statement with P's and Q's. So the P represents the hypothesis, and the Q represents the conclusion. A conditional statement, if P then Q, you will see symbolized as P with an arrow to Q. Anytime you see that, that's a conditional statement, if P then Q. So let's make sense of what this is talking about with some words. We're going to write the statement as a conditional. So our first statement is, you can register to vote if you are at least 18 years old. So general rule of thumb, the if part is your hypothesis. And your hypothesis, we have a little symbol to represent that. That's your P. So we'll go ahead and just make sure we've got all our details here. Our hypothesis is you are at least 18 years old. The conclusion is going to be that you can register to vote. So our Q, I'll put a Q above that, our conclusion is you can register to vote. So all we're doing right now is identifying the hypothesis and the conclusion. We have not written a conditional statement yet. What the conditional statement looks like is if then statement, if P then Q. So if you are at least 18 years, then you can register. Oh, the stylus. I hate my stylus. To vote. I'll read that again because you probably can't read my handwriting. If you are at least 18 years old, comma, then you are registered to vote. Then you can register to vote. That says can. I couldn't even read it. All right, that's the conditional statement right there. If P, then Q. All right, so let's try another one. That one was nice and straightforward because in our sentence they gave us, we could see the if part. The if is always the hypothesis. Sometimes that won't be as straightforward. Like example B, a square must have 4 congruent sides. So what's the hypothesis? What's the conclusion? So when you don't have the if as part of the sentence that you're given, a nice rule of thumb is that the subject of the sentence, the existence of that will be the hypothesis. So a square must have 4 congruent sides. The square is the subject, so the existence of a subject is the hypothesis. So our hypothesis P is that a polygon is a square. Now I'm throwing in the word polygon because I know that all the shapes, all the closed shapes are polygons. It's good for us to use this vocab. And then our conclusion, a polygon has 4 sides. So let's put that together as a conditional statement. If P, then Q. So if a polygon is a square, then, and I could say then the polygon has 4 sides, or I can just say it, then it has 4 sides. So here's our conditional statement for part B. If a polygon is a square, then it has 4 sides.